two, one. Hey everyone, it's Monday, October the 3rd, 2022, and we're back with Money Making Mondays with Miss Sheena Ellis-Fields and our special guest, Miss Shantae. How y'all doing today?
I am doing great. How are y'all doing?
Grand, grand, grand. So we're gonna start off by letting you all introduce yourselves one by one and getting into this Money Making Monday.
Well, hello, my name is Sheena Ellis-Fields. I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee, but I currently reside in Nashville, Tennessee. Bringing to you my director, Shantae Mayo. She is also out of Nashville, Tennessee. She's a one-star director who has a team of over 100 individuals. She's a member of the 4040 Club. She's an Intel Travel Dream Maker. And guess what? She knows 100% of the facts. She loves helping people and she loves having fun. Thank you for joining me today, Shantae.
You are very welcome. Thank you for inviting me. Can y'all hear me okay?
I can hear you okay.
I just want to make sure I'm not echoing or anything. Wait a minute. Okay, so yes, thank you guys. Just like Sheena said, I'm a one-star director, 4040 Club member, which means I've helped at least 40 people. In all, I've helped probably over 300 people in almost the 7 years since I've been in this business. And travel is what got me started, but the money is what kept me in. I knew I wanted to travel with my children. I knew I wanted to show them the world. I knew I didn't want to spend lots of money, even if I had the money. Like I still want to save and invest, and have that money set aside. So when I found that way, almost 7.5 years ago, my sponsor, Rashiba McGowan, she's a 3-star director, currently a 6-figure earner in this business. Yes, 6 figures on a part-time basis in the travel business. And basically, she started her Facebook page. She launched her Facebook page, and she was holding a globe. And I knew that she already had a top government job. I knew she was already, her husband had a great job. I knew she was the head cheerleading coach for the college that we both had graduated from. So I was like, I need to reach out to her to see what extra she has going on, because I knew that she wouldn't be doing something that was wasting her time. So I watched for like a month, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get on this webinar tonight. Like tonight, I'm going to get on this webinar. So I got on. And I remembered I was in my mom's house, and my mom and my aunt in their 2-bedroom project. Our house had termites, and I moved my kids from our house to stay with my mom. I was like, we are not staying here till we get this situated. So I knew for things to change, I needed to change. Because I didn't own that home, thank God. But I'm just saying, like, I would have been able, to handle those types of issues, if I owned the home. But anyway. So I got on the webinar. I was interested. I got started. Well, actually, she told me I won a free vacation voucher. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm definitely ready to sign up. And honestly, I didn't even have the money to get started, but I just didn't pay something. Got started. That night, I had told her that I had a dance competition coming up soon with my niece, who danced for the Elite Stars of Nashville, out of Nashville, Tennessee. And I had already booked our rooms. And she was like, well, girl, you in the travel industry now. You can call them and tell them your travel credentials and see if you can get a lower rate on that room. So like I said, I got started at like 8 p.m. I called the hotel that we were going to be staying at in Atlanta at the competition. And instead of my room being $119 a night plus tax, it ended up being $64 a night. And then the representative was like, and with the travel agent, you can get up to 3 rooms at that same rate. So I was like, oh wow. So I got my sister's room at that rate and my best friend room at that rate. So I was sold right then. I didn't know what I had, but I knew I had a jewel.
So you went from having an issue at your personal home where you had to move out of your house and move back in at home with your mom, basically living from place to place to place, and you needed a change. You decided to make the change, and then not only did you make the change and take the leap into the business, but then you made your money right back, pretty much, right?
Right back immediately, because one of the parents, when we were checking into the hotels that weekend, she was like, how you get that rate? And I was like, oh, I became a travel professional basically a couple of days ago. And she was like, girl, sign me up. So she signed up right there in the lobby. Like, I kid you not. She signed up, and then she signed someone up, and then the next day they signed 2 people up. So not only did I make my money back, but she had her investment back as well. Until this day, she is still my number one person in this business, and it'll be 7 years, March the 23rd for me, and it'll be 7 years for her on March the 30th. So yes, I like, and kid you not, like we ended up going back, to stay there or whatever. But after, the issue got taken care of, but I was moved immediately again, from there. I just went back basically to pack up our stuff, for another month or so, and then we were gone. But yeah, I had my money back. We were taught to go to school, get those good grades so you can get a full scholarship. I did that. I was valedictorian on my high school, Maplewood, in 1999. I went to Alabama A&M on a full presidential academic scholarship. I had to keep a 3.5 GPA. I did that. Even though I had a full scholarship, my junior year, I decided to actually, before my junior year, I worked even with that full scholarship. But my junior year, I decided I wanted to be grown and move into the new campus apartments that the school had. But see, the school didn't own them yet, so my full scholarship wouldn't pay for them. But I was staying in a nice dorm in a nice suite, actually. Like I had my own bathroom and everything, so I didn't have to share like the other dorms. I actually had a suite, and me and my roommate, we shared the bathroom, we shared a kitchen, a common living room area with 2 other people, and they had their own as well. And so I got those good grades. I graduated magna cum laude from with my bachelor's degree in biology, my minor in chemistry. I went back 4 years later, received my master's degree in biology with a concentration in microbiology. But my master's degree left me in debt. $58,000 in loans for my master's degree turned into over $100K in student loan debt because it wasn't consolidated like I was told it was. So it's like, where's my good government job that's going to help me pay for this school that I went to? Like, it's like you pay to go to school only to get a job to pay for school.
Right. And that's what a lot of people, that's what a lot of reason why a lot of millennials decided really to not even go for that college education or to be in school for year after year after year. A lot of people have decided, especially in our generation, to be entrepreneurs. And as an entrepreneur of different businesses, I must say that being involved in travel, has been the most stress-free business that I have decided to open. I have a boutique. I have 2 other companies. But when I tell you, like, my boutique, I haven't even launched my boutique, and I've already put in thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars into it. And I haven't even launched that yet. However, like you, I met somebody, and actually it was a little bit different for me because actually this business was presented to me 3 different times. So I said no twice before saying yes. And a lot of people think that when they start businesses or, when they get into something like this, network marketing, everybody's supposed to say yes right away. And we forget that when the opportunities was presented to us, we didn't say yes right away. You know what I'm saying? I had to really think about that. But when I said yes that third time, my sponsor is actually Dion Smith. And if you all go to the podcast last week, she was on the podcast last week, and then Rashiba was actually on my very first podcast. But when I said yes to Dion that third time, when I tell you my business was up and working, running my website, I didn't have to try and figure out what I was going to put on my website, what advertisements, what suppliers I was going to be connected to, or anything. I paid that money, which was only $199.90, and we rounded off to $200. Give me that 10 cent. You know, $200, and my business was up and running within 24 to 48 hours. And all I had to do was fill in the boxes. So can you tell us, because I also know that you are a serial entrepreneur like I am, what made you, or how is this business different from the other businesses?
Well, see, that's the thing. This business actually is probably the first business where I actually really realized like I was in network marketing. Because I've sold Avon in high school. I've sold Mary Kay in college. I've sold Cutco. I've sold Melaleuca. I could go on and on and on, all these things, but not knowing that they were network marketing because I was focused on the product instead of helping get other bosses like myself. So
Right.
this business, I knew I was traveling for less and I was going to earn money from booking others travel and booking my own travel as well. But I also knew that if I shared it with other people, I would get money from that. So I understood that even though I didn't fully understand, I was like, okay, I'm not going to let this little portion of money stop me from these additional streams of income. So I got started as a travel agent and also as a rep because I share stuff with people. That's just what I do. I love to share. I always knew that my purpose was to help people and share. So I knew that me just opening up my mouth and sharing my testimony, that it would help someone and they would want it too. So that's how it happened. And I became a goal builder within the first 3 months, which basically that means I helped at least 9 people. And from then on, there's been always, ups and downs. But like I said, I knew my why. I knew for one, I knew I wanted to earn on travel for myself. I knew if people reached out to me to book, I knew I wanted to earn the money that was attached to their travel because it's nothing extra. The money is already attached. We're just not getting it. The public websites, they get to keep it, and actually they overcharge. When you book with the hotel or directly with the cruise or directly with the resort or directly with the rental car, they get to keep that built-in commission. But when you become an insider, now you basically get that money that's automatically built in. So it made sense for me to make money in my sleep, even though, like I said, if I could understand going to work for 8 hours and I'm gonna get paid 8 hours, then definitely I can understand making money when I'm asleep. I can wake up and somebody is joining my business, or wake up and someone has booked travel on my website. It was a no-brainer because, like I said, we were taught those things, but one stream of income is not enough, and 2 jobs are for 2 people. You already are tired from your regular 9 to 5 or 5 to 9, depending on what you do. So why go out and get another job where it's going to take you more time away from your family, away from your friends, away from the things that you actually want to do? God did not put us on this earth to just be workers, and He also promised us wealth.
I agree. Building multiple streams of income is no longer a luxury. It is now a necessity. Like it's a necessity to survive. Because if you think about it, a lot of people, even if you're not married or you're just in a long-term relation, both of y'all are working, but I bet at least one person out of that pair is doing something on the side to try and make ends meet. So why not invest in a business that's going to allow you 7 streams of income, right? And then I've actually had 4 people over the weekend. And that's why I'm kind of glad that you're on with me today, because I had 4 people over the weekend that was like, I don't want to recruit people. It's the network marketing side of it that scares people. But I know we're talking about travel, but have y'all ever tried these?
Oh, what happened? Okay, well, I'll talk until she gets back. I don't know what happened. But yes, why not invest? And travel is the number one industry in the world, $9 trillion industry. Everyone uses travel. If a person loses weight after they've been on a weight loss journey, they want to go take a trip to celebrate that. If a person gets a great promotion, they want to go celebrate that. A person gets married, they want to go on a honeymoon to celebrate that. A person want to go on anniversaries to celebrate their wedding anniversaries or their job anniversaries, or just girl trips to reconnect, guy trips, golfing trips. If your child is in sports, whether it's basketball, football, soccer, golf,
Mm-hmm.
hockey, cheerleading, or dance, if you're traveling and getting hotels and rental cars and resorts and going on excursions, or just getting a staycation in your hometown, because your hometown may be building brand new nice hotels and resorts, and you may want to go stay there. Guess what? You can go stay there and actually make a commission from it, or actually save,
Mm-hmm.
as being an
Make
insider.
money while staying there. You're not just spending
Now
money, you're
travel
making
is
some
your
money.
business, right? And now with
Right.
travel being your business, you have access to travel tax write-offs.
Mm-hmm.
So your travel becomes a write-off for you. And we're not tax professionals, so we're not going to go into depth on that. You need to talk to your
Right.
CPA on that. But I'm just telling you, the travel deductions
Are
are
amazing.
amazing. You can
Amazing.
deduct pretty much everything. Go to the IRS.gov website, type in travel, and just look at all the deductions that you could possibly have access to.
Right, right. Okay, so I'm not going to hold you long. I only have one more question for you. So I know that you're a mom, and
A
like so
mom of
many people that
six.
I know I'm connected to, I have 8 children. You have 6. Exotic has a bunch of children also. She's along with us. But how do you balance, or what has this business afforded you the opportunity to do in that mom aspect?
Okay. Well, there's no such thing as balance. I'm going to say that because things can happen. Your child could slip and fall. They could just become not feel good all of a sudden. Things could happen at school, like things could happen. So there's no balance. You just have to schedule the things that you can schedule, and then if you have a business that doesn't close, because our travel business never closes. People can book travel while we're asleep in other parts of the country, because we're in um all 50 states and 22 countries.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if like I said, it's a click of the button. It's a turnkey business, so you can do it. And what it's afforded me is more time with my children. I did have the time with my children on my last job with a nonprofit I work for, but when I was let go from that position, or how when things transpired and I wasn't there anymore, I had more time, but I also didn't have that income that I knew every week I had. So I had to
Mm-hmm.
know, okay, I'm going to go hard for my business, just how I went hard for, this organization.
Right, right.
I know me and the director together, probably over the time period I was there, $4.1 million in helping get homes built for low income families. So I'm very, proud of that. And I love helping others and showing them a better way out of life. And it's like now I'm home with my 2 babies right now, my 2-year-old and my 4-year-old. They don't have to go to school. They won't see a school. And I plan on homeschooling I'm bringing my others home, because I want to know everything that's going on with them. It's a lot going on in schools, and this is not a podcast about that. but that's just my decision, something that I want. I want to have more time with my children, like all the time. So we can be in Cancun, but they still could be having a school lesson, because the classroom is not the school. I could be teaching them about the different beaches in Cancun, the different landmarks, in Jamaica. You can teach them about the mansions and the hills in Africa, like
Right.
things like that. So that's just something that I want to do. So I want to empower other women to get you a plan B started, and men, while you have your plan A, because your plan A is not secure. Even government has government furloughs where they have to still come to work, but they're not going to get paid for all that time. So there's no such thing as job security, with robots being built to drive the Tesla, and robots as customer service reps. Like, you need to have something that you own. And why not own the paper travel? The number one industry in the world is, everyone needs travel. There's no one in the world that doesn't need travel, because you even get in your car every day and travel to work if you have a job.
Right.
So you travel.
Well, I sure appreciate you for joining us. Before we end today, I have asked every single guest that I have had this same question, and I'm going to give it to you, but I'm going to allow you to do 2 words instead of 1. If you could sum up this business in 1 or 2 words, what would those words be?
Time freedom.
Time freedom.
We gotta
While
be
being a mom.
yes, the time freedom, because a lot of us are time broke. Wait a minute. A lot of us are time broke in our current positions. So I love the freedom that this business has. Wait a minute. Look at the guests. They see you acting up.
Hey.
The time freedom that is afforded me. Just a minute. Okay, we don't have to look. The time freedom, because like I said, like if something, say if school is out and I have to get my kids, some people have to beg their employer to get off to get their child, or to be home with a sick child to take them to the doctor, and then you have to beg off when you're sick yourself, or you work 50 weeks and get 2 weeks off, and you have to take the 2 weeks when they tell you to take the 2 weeks sometimes, or you lose the money, like they don't let you cash the money, like it's a lot. So I just knew that I could be my own boss, and this is the best industry in the world to be in. And we can coach and train you how to be your own boss too. Even if you only have 2 hours a day to dedicate to it, we can show you how to make that 2 hours work for you.
Okay. I think Sheena, you. How is the weather there, Shantae?
It is currently 7. Wait a minute.
I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me? It keeps kicking me off.
Yes, I see it keeps kicking you off.
It don't want me to be great. But as we come to a close, hopefully you all can hear me and see me okay. But as we come to a close, as we do every single Monday, we do have a Zoom call on this evening. It starts at 7:30 Central Time, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Everyone is welcome to join. If you would like to be our special guest, you're more than welcome to give me inbox and let me know, or you can text me at 901-314-9986. If you would like to be a guest of Shantae, you're more than welcome to do so. Please send her an inbox via Facebook, and she'll be glad to send you the information. Again, it is tonight, Money Making Monday, tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I have nothing else. Thank you for joining us today for Money Making Mondays. Shantae, do you have anything that you need to?
Well, as a special treat for Sheena's podcast, anyone that gets started in business with Sheena or with me today, we will be giving you a free vacation voucher as appreciation for you not only getting your business started, but for something for you to just have. now you have no excuses because now you've gotten a free. Well, I'm not gonna say it's free, but there's taxes that's not included. You know, the government's gonna find a way to get their coins, but it's gonna be very worth it. So,
And we're gonna find a way to make them back on Money Making Mondays. How about
yes,
that?
that's what this podcast is all about. So get back
Mhm.
with me. If I invited you or if I shared this with you, get back with Miss Sheena. If she shared this with you, we're gonna get Miss XHALE going on soon with Miss Sheena.
Mhm.
Because Money Making Mondays is we're gonna become money making millionaires, as my shirt says, millionaires loading. Please wait.
Okay.
So yes. So I'm grateful and thankful that Miss Sheena invited me to be a guest on her podcast. I'll be free to come anytime that she, lets me know in advance that, because I'm at home. I can work from anywhere. I can be on her podcast. I can be in the park. I can be in the car rider line. It's no excuses. My reasoning for wanting to be my own boss is so I can be free to do the things that I want to do when I want to do them. So that means there's no excuses. I'm waking up early and I'm staying up late until I get it done. And then after that, I'm gonna help Sheena and Dion and all my everybody that's connected to me get to the level that they want to get to. Like that's what it's about. There's no I in team. We are a team. And I love our community. Like I would just pay to be in the environment of motivation and inspiration and positivity, not just in business, but in life and in lifestyle and and in everything. So I just love it. So that's all I have to say. So get back with Sheena or me, and we can get you more information if you'd like more information.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Shantae and Exotic. Back to
Thank
you.
you, ladies, as well. This is another episode during your lunchtime with your favorite people, on XLSTalk.com. So you all, Miss Mercedes says, "Hey, Shantae." Can y'all see the comments?
Yeah, I see him now. That's my
Okay.
auntie. She's 68 years old, and she is also a travel agent.
Okay,
So
Auntie.
no excuses. You can be as young as 18 and as old as however old you live. I'm
Right.
just saying, so
However,
no excuses. So she travels with me anyway, so it only made sense. So now we can have double the fun and spend less money and it's still like it's good. So thank her for all her support. And she's also my support when I go to conventions and events, that I, can't have the kids there. So if they're not home with my babe, with their dad. So yeah, I love my tribe. It helps me with my tribe. And we can be your tribe. Just get
right. It
started.
takes a village. Yeah. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, then everyone that's watching, tune in next Monday, which will be October the 9th? No, 10th. October the 10th at 12, right? 12 noon.
Right, at
Eastern.
12 o'clock noon.
Okay. Central Standard Time, 1
Right.
p.m. Eastern. We'll be here every Monday discussing how. Who is this right here? Somebody. Okay.
Shantae tagged her Facebook.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure everybody's comments be seen because we try to make sure everybody's involved. Um, for some reason, I guess the internet's coming in and out, but either way it go, it's not gonna stop us on this Money Making Monday. Tune in every Monday. We will be here explaining to you all how you can make money in your sleep, right or wrong.
That's how good it is. The internet keep kicking us out. They don't want us to get this
And
information.
they don't want us to get this information out. They know, think about it. Tell them to go look up. I think Warren Buffett just like not just done it, but some years ago, a couple of years ago, invested billions, millions in travel. So y'all better, okay, what did he say? He said never rely on one source of income.
Right.
You need multiple streams.
Invest in order to be wealthy. One job is not gonna get you to wealth. Your boss is not gonna pay you enough to live next to them. So build you a dream, how you're building their dream when you go to work.
Amen. All right, everyone. Well,
That's
we'll
all
see
for me.
you
Thank you very much.
on October the 10th. And this is Money Making Monday with Miss Sheena Ellis-Fields and Miss Shantae and myself. Bye.
Bye, everybody.